Hi there, my name's Kiara Bodell, and I'm an education student at the University of Lethbridge. And this is Christine Wallace, who's a teacher and has been for the past 4 years. She teaches in the Lethbridge School Division, and she's currently teaching in an elementary school where she's teaching grade 3. So I was placed in a grade 3 classroom for my PS1, as well as I'm placed in a grade 3 classroom for my PS3 in the upcoming fall. So I'm very glad that Christine has taken the time to let me interview her today. So thank you for that. So
Happy to do it.
I'm here just to ask a few questions about her thoughts and experiences in integrating some aspects of internet and technology into her classrooms. So to begin, I'll start with a nice, easy question. So how do you utilize technology in the classroom?
I mean, it's part of every day. It's integrated across the curriculum. So we use Google Classroom to submit assignments and give quick feedback, and they can do peer review on that really easily. They love using it for different math apps, reading apps, and it's really easy to differentiate. So
That's awesome. How did you find out about some of these applications?
lots of times I listen to podcasts that give me some really good ideas and tips from other teachers who have used them. And a lot of times the students will know about apps too. So things that they've heard about their friends using or that they use at home, and just giving them a try. And lots of times they work out. Sometimes they end up terrible. But
That's awesome. Is there anyone that has influenced you into integrating technology into your classroom?
yeah, I think when I was going through school, we were just starting to really use computers a lot in school. So I didn't get the same exposure that I hope to give my students when I was in school. So I think my profs at university were really adamant about learning the new apps and giving us exposure to all of those things. Um, but again, really, that's the students, because it's what they want. It's how they want to learn. It's a reality for them to be using technology. So it's really, it comes from the students.
That's awesome. So what are some of the benefits that you directly see from using technology or the internet in your classroom?
For most kids, you get immediate engagement when you're using technology, because that's what they know. It's what they're familiar with, good or bad. That's what they do at home. They're always on technology of some kind. So you get the engagement from the kids who don't like the paper pencil work. And it's so easy to differentiate. Like, so many apps are out there that you can use for anything that will help you differentiate from your lowest to your strongest kids. One I've really found, I had a special needs student who was a nonverbal autistic, and he did no paper pencil work. He couldn't hold a pencil at all. But with technology, I was able to get him using a PDF and a stylus on his iPad, and he could do all the worksheets we were doing. So that was really helpful.
Oh, that's awesome. Have there been any struggles, however, that you've encountered in this process?
Yes.
Yeah.
um, for example, this year my smartboard broke in October, and I didn't get fixed until probably May.
Oh,
So just availability and reliability isn't always consistent. Um, but again, the students want to do it. So even with those, they're really good at making do with what you have. Um, Another thing that's been tough is that students do come in with such varying abilities with technology. Like, some kids are doing coding at home for fun, and some kids take 10 minutes to turn the computer on. So being able to find things that every student can do and really planning your lessons so that everyone can be successful no matter their experience with technology can be a little bit challenging, but definitely worth it.
very good. Do you have some advice for new teachers about using technology and the internet in their classrooms?
I would say, don't use technology just for the sake of using technology. Make sure that you're using things that are going to really impact your students' learning and help them be prepared for the future, whatever that future is going to look like. So make sure it's all based on your outcomes. Make sure you've tried it out lots beforehand, because they're going to find a glitch that you didn't. So the more you can find beforehand, the better. But just don't be afraid to try it. Even if it fails miserably, the kids will get over it. They'll forget about it, and they'll see that you're a person and you make mistakes like they do. So just try
Yeah,
it.
that's awesome. Have you had any experience with not having technology devices readily available? Like, do you have?
Yeah. In my previous school, we had 2 laptop carts, 2 iPad carts, and then desktops in our classrooms. So that was, availability was very rarely an issue there. But the school I taught at last year, we only had one laptop cart and one iPad cart for the whole school to share. And even half of those were broken or missing, or they haven't been updated. So it can definitely be a struggle. So it does take a lot of planning ahead and a lot of backup plans for what if we've planned this activity, but then there's only 5 iPads out there for a class of 20. What am I going to do?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, thank you very much for joining me today to talk about your experiences in integrating technology and the internet in your classroom. I will definitely use this in the future. So thanks for joining me.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.